Hi, welcome to the Spirit Ignited podcast. My name is Liz, and today I am talking to you about what is going on astrologically right now. So, the sun has just moved from Aquarius into Pisces. And when we look towards the sun in astrology, we're looking for an insight into what we are experiencing consciously in our reality. So the sun represents our conscious self. It represents the ego. It represents how we show up consciously in the world and how we shine our light. So the sun's journey through Aquarius was bringing up issues around our relationship to our community, how we related to being part of a group, so collaboration, and also our individuation journey. So, how we expressed ourselves, how we spoke our truth, how we honored our values, and what we needed to break free from in order to feel more in alignment with who we are. Now, the sun in dreamy, intuitive Pisces is bringing up different themes in our life. The sun's movement into Pisces is bringing up a time of transition, as Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So this is the ending of the astrological year. So we're going to be experiencing the spring equinox at the end of the sign of Pisces, when the sun transitions from Pisces into Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac and marks the beginning of a new astrological year. So this is the ending of the zodiac year. And when we're in a position where, no, sorry, when we're in a transition of ending, particularly with the energy of Pisces, we're really looking towards our relationship with endings in our life. How do we feel when things come to an end? How do we feel when things start to change? How do we feel when we're in this transition period between one identity and another? So this theme that Pisces is bringing is our relationship to letting go, our relationship to being in the flow with life and trusting that where you're going is so much better than where you are. So really being called to assess our relationship with control. How much do you need to control your environment? How much do you need to feel a sense of control in everything that you do? Maybe this shows up in relationships, maybe it shows up in your work, your creative projects, or maybe just how you live on a day-to-day basis. Issues around control are going to come up even more when we experience the full moon in Virgo, which is happening on Friday. So Virgo is the opposite sign of Pisces. And because we've got the moon in Virgo and we're going to have the sun in Pisces, we're going to be experiencing this dance between the two signs. So between having order and structure in our life and also allowing ourselves to be in the flow, to trust and to have more faith. So issues around control and faith are going to be coming up for us. How much do we, relate too much to our earthly existence and our ego and our need to be in control, and how much do we trust in a higher power guiding us to where we're destined to go? So this dance between the two signs is going to come up during Pisces season as well. But the issues around Pisces that we might be working through, so lessons that we might come up against during this time, are around the more shadow aspects of Pisces. So Pisces is a very emotional sign. They feel everything. It's a water sign. It's feminine. It's yin. But with Pisces, sometimes their emotions aren't actually theirs to feel, because Pisces is quite bound. It's boundless, and they really struggle with emotional boundaries. And this theme is going to come up for us as well. How much do we take on of other people's emotional baggage, and how much do we feel it for them? Empathy is a very, very powerful attribute to have, and to be empathic and to be able to resonate with someone literally by feeling their emotions is it's a gift. But if this is being used in a way that is of detriment to your health, your well-being, your own destiny, your own purpose, then the balance between having empathy and also having boundaries around your own, emotional well-being is really important. And this is going to come up during Pisces season. Now, also issues around boundaries are going to come up if you tend to be more Virgo energy, so your chart reveals more Virgo placements. Issues around having too rigid boundaries are going to come up for you, and you might be called to soften a little bit more into the energy of Pisces and allow yourself to give a little bit more and to be of service in a more freer way without having to control everything. Whereas if you're more Pisces energy, you've got a lot more Pisces in your chart, or Pisces in personal planets, then you might be called to have a little bit more control and be able to assert more boundaries around your own energy, and to recognize when you're falling into that selfless self-sacrifice and selfless giving and pouring your energy into another. So we're really being called to recognize boundaries during this Pisces season. Now, also, Pisces is known for victimhood, and that's because of the intense emotions that they feel. They often the emotion of Pisces can be so intense that they fall into this self-pity, they fall into kind of despair, they become so drained and lethargic because the emotion has taken over them. And what can happen on the shadow side of Pisces is they manage to get everybody to feel sorry for them in that experience, that emotional experience that they're having. And of course, we all need to express our emotions, and it's so beneficial to be able to express our emotions in a safe space. But when we feel that we are manipulating the energy of a conversation to subconsciously get the other person to feel sorry for us, this is when we're holding our own growth back. So we're being called to mature on an emotional level and a spiritual level. And I can really resonate with this because my South Node is in Pisces, which makes me very emotional. And really in this kind of chaotic, because Pisces is all about chaos, this chaotic, emotional, all feeling space. And my North Node is in Virgo. So if you've got the same as me and you're listening, then you might resonate with this. So my purpose in this lifetime is to not stop myself from feeling, but to be aware when my emotions are flowing so much that I'm affecting the people around me. Because with Pisces, what we need to remember is that when we're in Pisces season or there's a Pisces moon, we feel this sense of remembering that we're connected to everybody emotionally, that we are in fact boundless. Even though it looks like we have this physical body of matter, our energy is boundless, and it's really easy for us to influence others emotionally and to be influenced emotionally. And it's really easy for us to be influenced by the collective emotional body as well, particularly when we're under the influence of Pisces. So going back to what I was just saying is, if you feel you can resonate with my South Node being in Pisces and feeling quite a victim sometimes and feeling very emotional, a bit of poor me comes out in a way to control the conversation and to get people to feel sorry for you, then this is just an opportunity, for self-awareness, to recognize that this part of you is actually holding you back, and that it's not about not feeling, it's about emotional maturity. It's about emotional maturity. It's about knowing when you're taking too much of somebody else's energy in order to get them to feel sorry for you. Now, the other aspects of Pisces are escapism. So we do need to watch for escaping into dreams, fantasies, illusions, becoming deluded with a false sense of reality, because there's this kind of like really highly spiritual energy around us. So we might tend to drift off into our imagination, to drift off into all these ideas and wishes and dreams. And this is all good because, of course, if you can dream, you can bring it into reality. But we're being called to watch for getting stuck in that imaginary space and getting stuck in that fantasy. And maybe we're using our dreams as an opportunity to escape responsibility and to take practical steps in the here and now. So just watching for these tendencies if this is something that you may experience during Pisces season. But because we are in Pisces season, we want to embrace all of the beneficial energies that come with Pisces, which is a heightened intuition. We are able to connect so much more to others at this time on an intuitive and empathic level. And we're also in a really good space to connect to our intuition, our guides, God, source, whatever you want to call it, our creative inspiration, and allow our imagination to go wild. Maybe it'd be a good idea to channel this information, to channel these insights into something practical like art or writing, just getting your ideas down so that, like I say, you don't stay in that dream world. But we are likely to feel quite floaty, quite dreamy, quite not very grounded, not having a sense of reality. And this is okay. We're being called to kind of drift in this void, to know if we're tending to into the extremes and to try and pull ourselves back to the earth, but be okay with being in this void of ending, of transition, of not knowing where you're going and trusting in the unfolding of life. Because with this being the end of the astrological year and we're moving into this new astrological year, the spring equinox is the turning point for that. This period is about reflection as well, and to spend time in stillness a lot more. We've been in a period of doing because Aquarius was very restless, impulsive, it was action orientated, very yang energy. And we've been wanting to bring our ideas into inspired action, whereas this phase is bringing an opportunity to reflect over the year gone by and to also integrate the lessons that we've needed to learn during this last year. What did you learn during this year? What did you heal? Where did you grow? Where was your greatest spiritual growth? And allow this time to really integrate those real milestones in your last year, so that as you move into this new year, you can start afresh on your new journey and your new lessons and new themes that are going to come up for you. So it's a real integration time, a transition time. It's a time of no identity. So also, if issues around your ego and identity are coming up now as we're in this transition, allow yourself to be free from identity just for this short period of time and allow yourself to feel that energy of being a boundless soul and being connected to all of life. So meditation, yoga, any sort of spiritual practice, sound healing is going to be so beneficial for you during this season. This is going to allow you to really get in touch with your energetic body, your emotional body, your soul, and allow yourself to feel beyond your body. But during Pisces season, we're going to have the Virgo full moon. We're also going to have the Pisces new moon during this season. I think it's around the 10th of March. So the Pisces new moon is going to bring this fresh new beginning, so much creativity, so much excitement, inspiration, heightened dream state. So we're in a really fun, dreamy time, and embrace the energies. Notice if you're going into the extremes and pull yourself back if you are. I will speak to you about the Virgo full moon as we start to approach it towards the end of the week. But I hope that you enjoyed this. Take the time to really channel these energies through art, through movement, through all kind of spiritual modalities. Allow your imagination to run wild and allow this opportunity to channel the insights from other realms, from your own imagination into practical form. Thank you for listening, and I will speak to you soon.